What's going on, you guys? It's the Michael Myers. Welcome back to a brand new video. Today, I'm gonna be hitting you with another mask review. We're gonna be taking a look at this Jason mask from the 2009 Friday the 13th remake. Of course, this is Derek Mears' version of Jason, which me personally, I would love to see him return as Jason some way, somehow. He's definitely one of the better Jasons from the franchise, if you ask me. I actually just acquired this. We're gonna be taking a closer look at this piece. The hockey mask, I actually already did a review on it a while back. This is the NECA mask they came out with around the time the movie came out. It's been a minute. I've been trying to put this together. It took me a while to find the perfect hood mask. And this is actually my very first mask in my collection that is actually done by an independent artist. Most of my masks are, mass produced, officially licensed, but this is actually my very first custom mask. I will be putting the name of the artist in the description. I actually bought this secondhand. I did not buy it directly from the artist, but of course the seller did give me all that information. I believe he bought it off the artist's Facebook page, if I'm not mistaken. And let me tell you guys, I'm really loving this piece. I just think it looks badass. As soon as I put on that hockey mask, it just pops out really good. Of course, man, when you're buying just a hood, it could be kind of 50-50. Like I said, it's been a minute. I've been browsing for a, solid 2009 hood. Most of them are custom, which prices could definitely vary. My main worry when it came to looking for a solid 2009 mask is for it to be the right size for my hockey mask. And I know these NECA masks aren't really the best when it comes to cosplaying. But I mean, even as a display piece, man, this thing just looks sick. Like, I'm really loving it. But yeah, here's another quick look at the hockey mask. Of course, other than, the resin material it's made out of, NECA, I think, always does a solid job. I just think it looks pretty badass. Of course, it does have the hair. Nice chunk of shots of hair in the remake. And of course, the long neck, which is really nicely detailed. You can see the creases, the vein in the skin. Just really nicely made, man. I think the artist did a great job on sculpting this piece. The texture, even the pull itself, it's pretty thick. The latex material, it's not as thin. Give you guys a 360. Of course, man, in the 2009 movie, he does have this like massive neck. Just the small details, like I said, the wrinkles. Now, this is actually one of those hoods, not the complete face. It's actually half of the face, which I don't really mind. Of course, it's a bonus when we have the complete sculpt of the face, but for cosplay purposes, it's always much easier to, rock a mask like this with half of the face, cut off. So let's remove the hockey mask. I know you guys have been waiting for this. There it is. I mean, it for sure resembles it. It resembles his deformed face in the remake. I know in the movie we really didn't see it much. We saw it more like in behind the scene footage and stuff like that. Got the main damaged eye, which is really nicely detailed, as you guys can see. The blue, the redness around it, the eyebrow right there. Just his deformed ass skin, man. Did a really good job on the sculpture, the paint job. Got the little mini ear. I know in the 2009, he was probably, the more deformed. I could be wrong. Got the, wrinkles in the forehead. All right, so I brought in a little bit more lighting so you guys could take a better look at it. To me personally, it just looks straight out of the movie. This is something I've been wanting for some time now. Like I said, before purchasing it, I contacted the seller. I wanted to know more about it, where it came from. He was even nice enough to bring it down a couple dollars. I believe he like took $50 off his original asking price, which was great. I also recommend that as well, man. If you guys are eyeing a piece, definitely get in contact with the seller. Negotiation always works. Yeah, here's another closer look at the face. I know the lighting was kind of going down, so here's a better look. It probably does need a little bit more stuffing, a little bit more bags in there, which I will get to. Try to stuff it a little bit better, get a better stand. Quite a heavy mask. And I literally just have it on like a paper roll, which I will be getting something a little bit more sturdy. We don't want this falling over or nothing like that. But yeah, man, I think the skin tone, the flesh tone is fine. You could tell they put a nice time and effort into this thing. I know a lot of people do prefer their hoods with like the complete face sculpt. It's not like this thing is gonna be seen, without the hockey mask. But got the little pieces of hair. The only minor little thing is that right here, I don't know if you guys can see, the bottom of the eye does have kind of like a paint chip. Kind of wore off right there. But not the biggest deal. Of course, that could always be fixable. I'm glad I went after this purchase. I even tried to make myself a 2009 hood a while back out of like one of those old man masks. Didn't really work because his face is just like really massive, really deformed. And you can't really capture that with one of the old man masks. This has to be freshly sculpted. Especially like the back of his head, I know it's like really like out of shape. So by me making one out of, an old man mask, didn't really work for me. And after a while of browsing, I think this was the one. Affordable price. It feels pretty damn good to own my very first custom mask. I don't really go after a lot of these simply because, like I said, prices could definitely vary. These aren't cheap. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of great, talented artists out there that do an incredible job. For some people, it's definitely worth every penny, but as you guys know, I usually stick to the mass-produced masks, budget-friendly. I only ended up getting this for like $100, which I couldn't resist. I've spent more on other horror items, so I went after it. Just an amazing piece of work. My favorite thing about this mask is just the detail. I just think they did an awesome job painting it, sculpting it. But to me, man, like I said, it's perfect. It's the perfect 2009 hood. Each sculpture, when it comes to the 2009 face, is always going to vary. I've seen some more accurate than others. I've never been too crazy about a 2009 Jason cosplay, but now that I acquired this, I'm for sure gonna make it. I already did a little research on it. I know the 2009 costume could be a little bit complicated, but hey man, definitely gonna make it work. Definitely would love to see what you guys think about this mask. Stay tuned for an update on the cosplay. When it comes to, I'll probably be leaving this alone. I don't think I'll do any modifications for it. When it comes to the hockey mask, I'll probably leave it as is. If I do something to it, I definitely want to change these straps. I know NECA has always been crappy when it comes to their hockey mask straps. Definitely got to be careful with it. It's a resin mask. We don't want this breaking just by me trying to change the straps. If I do, I might put some like leather, good quality straps just to go along with it. But other than that, dude, yeah, I'll probably leave it as is. But I want to thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for more videos. Make sure you drop a like, drop a comment if you're new to the channel. Subscribe. It's the Michael Myers signing out.